Hey y'all, so in this video I want to help you get prepared to do a juice cleanse successfully. Now I've done a 30-day juice cleanse before about a year ago, and right now I'm doing another one. I'm sure you heard the saying, if you fail to plan then you plan to fail, and I believe that with everything in me, okay? Listen, you need to prepare right. I suggest you spend about 3 to 7 days prepping for a juice cleanse, and I'm going to go over everything you need to do to plan, prepare, and purchase for your cleanse. The very first thing, because there is no juicing without a juicer. Unless you plan on buying juices already made, you're gonna need you a juicer. If you want, I can make a separate video on the pros and cons of buying already made juices versus juicing yourself. Just let me know in the description box. But if you decide to do the juicing yourself, then there's 2 different types of juicers that you can choose from. There's a slow masticating juicer or the high speed juicer. I recommend the slow masticating juicer or the cold press juicer because they use a process of crushing the juice to make the juice. And because they just use more force, the juicer is quieter, which I really like because I like to juice at like 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? And then also they retain more nutrients in the juice because they're not using heat to spin the juice really fast. Especially if you want to juice for a couple of days versus just fresh juices, then you're going to really love the fact that you have more nutrients in your juice. Now the high-speed juicers are mostly the juicers that you will find at any given store. If you just go to Walmart to get a juicer, it's most likely probably going to be a high-speed juicer, and those are cool. I wouldn't say if that's what you have available, get it, because high-speed juicers are cheaper, much cheaper. The ones that I've come across, and they make it very fast. But the con with that is the fact that it uses speed to make the juice versus pressure. So with that, speed creates heat, and heat is what is going to destroy some of the nutrients in your juice. So if you want to go for full nutritional value of all the money you spent buying all those vegetables and fruits, then you want to get the slow masticating juicer, which is a little bit more expensive, but to me it's worth it. I love my juicer. It is great. It's durable. It makes pastas. It can make almond milk. It can make a lot of different stuff. But I'll leave the link to my juicer in the description. It's an Omega juicer, and you don't have to get a juicer new. You can go to eBay. You can go to Facebook Marketplace, all them different third-party places. Along with preparation number 1, which is the juicer, I would say go ahead and buy you some mason jars as well. I used a 12-pack of mason jars, link it in the description as well, and those help to hold the juice the best. You don't want to put it in plastic. You want to put it in a nice glass mason jar. Tip number 2 is to find recipes. Find recipes of juices that you actually like, which means things that are in the juices that you actually like. Don't find a recipe with celery in it if you hate celery, okay? Or you can just choose to take that out and add more of something else. I would say find you a good 5 to 10 juice recipes that you want to try. Put them on a PDF, put them on a Google Doc or whatever. Just have a list of what you need. All right, so after you go ahead and find all the recipes you need, you're going to make you a grocery list so that you're well prepared. You don't just show up at the grocery store like, what I'm doing? You have a grocery list. So say if you have a recipe that calls for 2 Granny Smith apples or whatever, or Fuji apples, and you plan on juicing and making that 5 times, you need to buy you 10 Granny Smith apples. So you have 10 Granny Smith apples, you need 10 stalks of celery, you need 14 bushels of kale, you need like whatever you need for your recipe. You're gonna make your grocery list right then and there. Now you can find recipes on YouTube, on Pinterest, books at the library, and I have a free PDF down below of 5 juice recipes that I really like. Number 3 is to prepare your body. Now, different people need to prepare differently, because if you're someone who daily goes to McDonald's or weekly goes out to eat with something very greasy, then you may want to prepare a little earlier than someone who already kind of eats healthy. I would say a good 3 days before, you want to get more in the habit of incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your diet, especially if you're going on a longer cleanse, like more than 7 days, 7, 30, 60 days. You want to start getting your system ready. You don't want to just binge on your biggest, most favorite meal. Is that a word? Most favorite? Your favoriteest? You don't want to binge on a big meal right before your cleanse, because you may make your experience much worse. Meaning the first few days, especially the first 3 days, you will detox, and that's like headaches or something. And so you just don't want to make it worse. I find that I don't like to make it worse. So I just like to just be more conscious of what I eat before a cleanse. Or you don't have to, and you go at it how you want to go at it. It's up to you, but don't say I didn't warn you. Number 4 is you want to prepare your environment. So if you know that you just cooked the best dinner ever, if you know that you just bought a 5-pack of something that's your favorite cookies or whatever, you don't want them just sitting there waiting for you, speaking to you all during your cleanse. So you want to go ahead and eat them up. Now, you're not going to binge right before, like I said, but prior to it, that's why I say think about a juice cleanse ahead of time. Go ahead and eat up the food in your house that may tempt you. So if you live alone, try not to have tempting foods all out in the open. Just go ahead and eat up, or ahead of time, stop buying as much food closer to your juice cleanse. If you live with other people, then kind of let them know you're on a cleanse. If they kind of want to like not just leave food out all the time, like if they're cooking, you know, and they got leftovers, can they just go ahead and package them up, put them on in the fridge? Like, ask them to be a little considerate of you. Like, they're not gonna stop eating just because you're not eating. But if they want to kind of not ask you out to lunch because you can't really go out to lunch with them unless you're gonna bring your juice with you, just ask them to be considerate of you. Help people help you. Now, this tip is really for the people who kind of have struggled with self-control. I'm really good with self-control, but if you know that it's a weakness of yours, if you're really addicted to food, something where just food just triggers you, then you may want to follow that tip. Tip number 5 is to prepare your mind. Now, you may think like, what? Prepare your mind? Let me explain. This is very much a mental cleanse as well as it is a physical one, because the first 3 days are the hardest. Some people say the first 5 days. For me, it's the first 3 days, particularly day 1 and day 3. You have to be mentally strong because everything in you is going to tell you, go ahead and eat that burger. Oh, now if somebody want to have a birthday party, let me just go ahead and go to the birthday party and I'll get back to the cleanse after. You have to be prepared for temptation. You have to be prepared for, oh my gosh, this headache. I've never had a migraine like this before, because you're detoxifying. Your body is like going through withdrawals. It feels like your body wants food. And for a lot of people, your body has never had this many nutrients enter your system ever, not even in a whole year. You're probably drinking more fruits and vegetables than you have in 5 years. So you will experience a lot of detoxifying symptoms. To help keep yourself in the game, you have to prepare your mind ahead of time, knowing that, okay, even if I get a huge headache, I'm not giving up. Now, I'm not a doctor, okay? I should have prefaced that at the beginning of the video. I am not a physician. Please consult your doctor. But if something gets really extreme, yes, you want to come off of it. Yes, you may want to go to hospital. I don't know. I've never heard of it, never seen of it, but different people are different, okay? So listen to your body, but also know when you just being a baby and you just got a headache, just go to sleep early. You know, I don't know what to tell you. You have to be strong. Have people around you that will hold you accountable. Not only to be considerate of you bringing food around you when you're on this juice cleanse, but also to be like, check up on you. Like, how's it going? Or you can do it. But I don't know. Whatever you need. Find somebody to help you with what you need. Even if you got to comment on my video every day, like, day 2, it's hard. Day 3, I'm struggling. Day 4, I'm feeling a little better. Day 5. Whew, I made it. Like, whatever you got to do. If you need me to be your accountability partner and keep me posted, please do that. What helped me to stay focused is I told myself that I'm a woman of my word. And I said that I'm going to do XYZ for this amount of days. That's what I'm going to do. Unless some extreme circumstance happen, I'm going to keep my word. And I've been trying to do that for the last 2-3 years, is be very intentional that I am a woman of my word. And if I have said something, if I have committed to something, if I have told someone I'm going to do something, blah, 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 I'm going to keep my word. Your mind and your body knows when you're lying, okay? So I keep my word. I had a goal and I continue to motivate myself. Before the cleanse, I read books, I watched documentaries, I watched videos on YouTube of other people doing juice cleanse. It saturated myself with all of this content and all of this information to continue to encourage myself. I looked at people's before and after juice cleanse videos and like, oh, okay, I got this. I seen what they were experiencing, what headaches or healing scars or whatever they would experience. Like, I would see what was happening, so I was on the lookout that if this happened to me, I knew what it was. This wasn't strange, this wasn't odd. Some people have these things that happen to them during the juice cleanse and these wonderful results. Last time my vision got better on my last juice cleanse, I was on the lookout for that and I noticed it. Plus, you got to stay strong, because it helps to know that you can't just be on a juice cleanse and then start back eating, because you can yourself. I'm not even exaggerating. You can't eat nothing in your stomach, in your digestive system, and then put something heavy in. You can't eat a steak right after a juice cleanse. You have to break it a certain way. But that's not a part of this video. This is about preparation, not ending. That's another video. But I hope this video really helped you know what you need to prepare, what you need to get in order to successfully accomplish your juice cleanse, whether it's 1 day, 3 days, 5, 7, 10, 30, 50, I don't know. Whatever it is, I know that you can do it. You got it. I've done it. It takes a lot of willpower, but the results are amazing. And so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell notification for when I have more videos. Let me know what videos you would want to see or any questions you have for me, and I'll see you later.